Just
All right, we are live. Matt, got any questions?
no, this is my first, I think, real podcast. I want to see how this
so
goes.
April, you're gonna want this like about 6 inches there from
Okay.
so I can hear you. There you go.
Sounds good.
So what we'll do is a simple introduction. I will introduce the podcast. I'll introduce Matt as the co-host. Then we have sponsors now. So
Okay.
we'll read off all of our sponsors, and then we'll start with the interview, and it takes about 20, 30 minutes max. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right. Here comes the intro. You're listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Grow Clinton is a 501c6 nonprofit economic community development and tourism organization based in Clinton, Iowa. For more information, visit growclinton.com. Again, that's growclinton.com. Now, back to the show. What's happening, all you amazing listeners out there in podcast land? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Grow Clinton podcast. Grow Clinton is a nonprofit organization where we focus on community, economic development, and tourism. Located in the eastern side of the great state of Iowa, right along the mighty Mississippi River. As always, I am your host, Andy Sokolovich, President and CEO of Grow Clinton, joined by the one, the only, Matt Parbs, the VP of Community and Economic Development in studio today as the co-host. Matt, what's happening, man?
I'll fill it in for Jenny. She's on Thanksgiving break, so I'm glad to do my first real podcast. I've done it as a staff member.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you're going to break the internet, man. It's so much fun. Yeah, but Matt, did you know we got sponsors for this bad boy?
Do we?
Makes the world turn, folks. Having money to buy cool things like these new mics and this mic check, which is courtesy of Citizens First Bank, making your finances and our audio crystal clear. The new microphones right here in the podcast studio are proudly sponsored by the bank that is always in tune with our community. Find them at gocfb.bank. Banking as it should be with Citizens First Bank, member FDIC. Got an event coming up with them.
December 3rd?
Yeah, I love it. So they do the little customer appreciation holiday party over there at the Wild Rose Casino and Hotel. It's a great time. I'm looking forward to that. Adcraft Printwear and Sully Sports. Sully's is coming to you soon out there along Mill Creek. It's a return business. The folks over there at Adcraft are going to be providing sporting goods and all sorts of things via Sully Sports coming soon. But Adcraft's been around since 1974, starting as a small business, little operation, just really fulfilling the needs of Clinton, Iowa, and the surrounding communities. Now known as a cutting-edge operation, serving top-notch custom printwear to teams and companies all over the United States. For all of your custom printwear needs, AdcraftUSA.com. Miles Communications, the OG sponsor of the Grow Clinton podcast, powers this broadcast, ensuring that we have wicked fast, high-speed internet and that our broadcast is crisp, clear, and consistent. If they're not in your neck of the woods, they are on their way. MilesTelephone.com. MilesTelephone.com. They also offer internet television services as well, so hit them up. LyondellBasell is a leader in the global chemical industry, guided by the purpose of creating solutions for everyday sustainable living. LYB is one of the world's largest producers of polymers and a leader in polyolefin technologies. Never knew that word even existed, Matt, until I started working here at Grow Clinton. It's plastics, dude. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
The LyondellBasell Clinton complex produces resins used to create a variety of products, including household and industrial bottles, pressure pipes, food packaging, outdoor durable goods, construction and roofing materials, and toys. Matt, do you know it also includes kayaks?
I did not.
Yeah, their plastic resins are used in kayaks. Also, that blue and red PEX tubing you buy at the big box stores or your local plumbers use to identify what's the hot and cold water. A lot easier to deal with than copper. I love me some PEX.
I always liked it was the interior of the Wendy's cup. Was
Yep.
also
Yeah,
on there.
for those people that don't know. Did you know that, April?
No, I did not.
So when you go to a fast food restaurant and you get a cup and it's got some pop in it or soda, whatever, there is a little plastic like a filament inside. And that is so the liquid does not bleed through the cardboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's manufactured in Clinton,
Clinton,
Iowa.
Iowa.
Boom.
Interesting.
Mind blown every time.
Mind blown. Lyondell is committed to being a responsible, engaged neighbor in the communities where it operates, through volunteerism, charitable giving, partnerships, local organization. LyondellBasell, solutions for a better tomorrow. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Great show today, Matt.
Here we're joined by April McFall from Regency. We had a ribbon cutting, 2 years ago was one of my
Yeah.
my
Was that
first
2
ones.
years ago.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Regency Independent Living Facility located right here in Clinton off of 13th Avenue. You can't miss it. Beautiful facility. April, thank you so much for joining us on the Grow Clinton podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So tell us about the Regency. What do we need to know? What's new? What's happening? And it is an exciting place to be. I remember that ribbon cutting because
Yeah.
it was awesome. We hung out for a long time.
Yeah, all the residents like to come out and enjoy doing, like, celebrating.
Yeah.
So,
The
what's
reason,
Go ahead, Matt.
the reason it took so long, the place is huge. So
It
when you
is
drive,
huge.
When you drive by on 13th, you're like, okay,
It's an
a couple.
optical illusion.
Yes, it's a couple of houses and maybe some garages, but
yeah.
what's your guys' kind of like square footage there?
Well, I don't know the square
Yeah.
footage, but there's a inside hallway. You can walk all the way around. It takes a sixth of a mile. So if you want to
Because
walk
you have
a
residents
mile,
that are walking inside, huh?
yeah. So if you want to walk a mile, you get to go around 6 times.
Nice.
And there's an inner courtyard.
Very
So
cool.
we have 28 apartments. And right now we have 1 vacant, and we have 1 that we're marketing while they're living there because they want to go to higher level of care.
Okay.
Regency's an independent living
So what's the
facility,
difference?
So we don't have any nursing staff.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's a fine line. A lot of independent living serve meals. We do not. We just, at 28 residents, we don't have enough.
But they have kitchens in the units.
They can make all their own food.
Nice.
Or order it in. I mean, it is 2025.
Yeah.
DoorDash. You get a lot of
DoorDash,
DoorDash.
that bad boy.
Yeah, they can DoorDash. They DoorDash their groceries all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Very cool.
Yeah, and yet they don't send the text back to their grandson because they say they can't figure the phone out.
Yeah.
This is true. I help fix a lot of phones. I don't need to have a medical degree. I can have an IT certification.
Always need. I always help out my dear mama
Yep.
with her phone issues that she has. Right now, we're trying to figure out. My kids made a wish list on Amazon because my mom's in Pennsylvania, and she's cannot open the link. It will not allow her to do so. I've tested it on my phone. Boom, got it right there, ready to do it. And for her, it's an issue. So we got to just figure that out. 'Cause
Did
that's
you
how the kids
know
do it.
that on a QR code that there's a setting in your phone to turn off that your camera will read that?
I did not.
Yep. Learned that teaching a resident because I was like, why is this QR code not working for you? It should just pop up the little yellow.
Good to know, because we
open.
use those bad boys all the time.
Yep.
So difference between independent senior living and assisted would be the presence of a healthcare professional,
Yeah.
mainly a nurse.
Mainly a nurse, someone to be able to help with meds. We only have 3 staff, so an assisted living is going to have a lot more staff than that. We have myself, housekeeper, that she does all the main common areas, and then a maintenance person.
Nice. So it's just basically like a senior living community.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits of being at the Regency? What's to be expected? What are the fun things to do? What are the hobbies of your residents?
Cards.
Lots of cards.
Lots of
What's the game?
Euchre,
Poker?
500, hearts, bingo, card bingo.
Bingo's my jam.
Yeah,
I'm not a
card
big card
bingo.
player. I wish I was, because my in-laws, they play a lot of cards. and
Yeah.
I just never, in the military, I played some spades and stuff like that with some of my friends, but I just never really got into it. But euchre, I've never even heard of that before I moved here to Iowa. And so it's pretty popular.
Well, sadly, I grew up in Dubuque. Not sadly.
I don't-
grew up
yeah,
in
we can
Dubuque.
say that. That's
Sorry,
fine. This
that
is a
came
Dubuque.
out-
Say whatever you want.
That came out wrong, but I grew up in Dubuque, and they had a saying that you're not a Dubuquer if you don't play euchre,
Ooh.
and I've never learned. So
That's why you moved.
I
That's
guess
why
I
you got out of there.
Clinton.
Didn't want to
So-
risk those paper cuts.
Yeah.
And
How-
I didn't know what 500 was. I'm like,
So what is
like
500?
Runny 500? I still don't know.
It's probably something to do with adding up to 500. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I'm
don't
not
know
a
what
good
it
guess.
I'm
That's
not a
good.
car guy.
Yeah.
Bingo's my jam, though. I love bingo.
Yeah.
Except one of the things I realized about calling bingo is as a caller, you do not screw around, because I don't like silence. So in between the numbers, I would just kind of throw out a joke or an anecdote or something like that just to keep it lively. The lady came up to me after the first round. She goes, "Just call the numbers." And I was like, okay, enough
And
said.
you have to do it in like a time cadence.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
you're going too fast. You're going too slow.
Mm,
Like they want to play so many games in a certain number of time.
Yeah.
It's pretty
So the
serious.
apartments at the Regency are equipped with what? What can a new resident expect when they walk in the door?
So they got washer dryers in their apartments. Most of them. We have a couple that don't. We have community washer dryers, full appliances. Full size kitchens. Um, the newest, latest, greatest, like refrigerator with the freezer on the bottom.
Very nice.
When they can customize their apartment to what they like. So maybe they don't like carpet. You can put in hard floors. Sometimes it just depends on the situation, the resident leaving, but we like to work with residents on who pays for everything.
Mhm.
So we have a
How does that
program.
process work?
So if the apartment is after 10 years, Regency will pay 100% for new flooring.
Okay.
And then we do a percentage. So, if it's 3-year-old carpet and you're like, no, I'm not moving in if I got that carpet, then we'll pay 70 or
Okay.
30% of it, and you have to pay 70%.
It seems like a fair deal.
So if from memory, so if you're 55 and older,
Yep, 55.
so if you're over 55, you talk to you, and then
Yeah.
it's basically like kind of like a mortgage, like you're buying the apartment, but it's a little more complicated than that,
A little
right?
more complicated. So in a mortgage, you can get a loan. For Regency, we don't do loans. Most people use the sale of their house, take that money and pay the buy-in. That buy-in money doesn't actually go to Regency. It goes to the resident who's leaving. Or to their family. So that's how they get their money back out of it. As a nonprofit, we don't make a profit. The resident leaving doesn't make a profit. It's sort of just you're being bought out of your membership in the nonprofit.
Yeah. Again, we're talking to April McFall from Regency of Clinton, now managed by Park Vista. In case you go to their website, parkvistaliving.org/Regency of Clinton. Now, you got a bunch of different things going on there. There's amenities and activities. What are some of you got obviously card playing and stuff like that, but what about transportation needs?
Yeah, we have a van. We can take you to your appointments, to the grocery store. We had a lady, she would meet her friend out at the casino, go gambling, then the friend would bring her home.
At like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't know when they got done.
Smelling
but
like booze,
after
stumbling
hours.
in. Yeah, I get it. I've been there.
We just partnered with Park Vista and went to the Festival of Trees in Davenport last
Oh,
week.
yeah. How was that?
It was really good. There were 16 of us that went.
The River Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went and ate lunch at the Olive Garden, and then
Nice.
yeah,
Authentic Italian, huh?
right.
What the Festival of Trees obviously is a great event down in Davenport at the River Center. I do know that there is a pretty fancy train display
It was
that's
pretty
there.
neat.
It's the owner of IMEG that we work with quite a bit, an engineering firm.
I never knew that.
He just lets them use it for the duration of the Festival of Trees, and it takes his team probably 2 to 3 days to put it all together.
And for $1, you can run the train.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
well worth the investment. Well worth the investment. What other stuff do you have there? But I mean, I see here on your website there's talks about hobby and a workshop. You can read a good book. You have a library, fireplace, enjoy the outdoors by Eagle Point Park, transportation provided, all that stuff. It seems to be very, very sought after, I guess, been keeping somebody independent.
It is. We even have our own therapy company. Well, they're not ours, but they come in and they'll help residents there in their home with different physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. And then we also do like potlucks twice a month. Just about every activity has food.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
people
about.
like to
It's the
eat,
Midwest.
and we don't provide meals, but if you're going hungry, it's because you're not participating.
Yeah, well, I know my grandfather, he lived in an independent living facility, and they were always making lots of Pennsylvania Dutch, we call it schleck, which is like sweets, you know. But there was just a never-ending supply of brownies and cookies, and every time I go over there, it was just a ton of stuff to shove in your mouth.
What does Thanksgiving look like then at the Regency?
So we do a Thanksgiving potluck. We actually already had it, where we provide the turkey. Actually, a resident, she's no longer with us, but her son brines the turkey and cooks it for us. And he's been doing that. I started in 2010, so I think probably since 11 or 12, shortly after
Very
I
cool.
started.
Yeah.
And it's a great tradition. And then they bring all the sides. So
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That sounds good. Making me hungry just thinking about it. Matt, how do you like to make your turkey? You have a fryer, you
Yep,
grill it, you have oven.
No, just the roaster. So big, huge
Yeah.
roaster and lots of butter and pepper, and
there you
get
go.
the skin nice and crispy. Make sure it's super dry and some
Super
rosemary.
dry.
Mhm.
Speaking of crispy
No,
skin,
the outside
Oh,
skin.
I
Yeah.
was like, man, not the inside.
we set up the fire alarm
Oh, last Thanksgiving?
But-
just 2 weeks ago with the
Yeah.
turkey and the
Mhm.
in the roaster, and the top. The turkey was just a little too big and it was touching.
Oh, caught.
Smoke.
Yeah.
This might be Sarah Harding, but in the apartments, do the ovens and stoves have some sort of like alarm tripwire or anything?
No.
Okay, that's Sarah Harding.
Yeah, no alarm tripwire, but we do have a they call it a nurse call system, but it's for the fire alarm. So if you set off your smoke alarm, even if it's just a little chirp and then it's off,
Mm.
the fire department's coming.
Yeah. Well,
So
they respond quickly.
it's very good.
So does the PD. We've set off the alarm
Yeah.
in this building several times. Our new hire, Tony,
It's always
set
the
it.
new one.
Didn't she set it off 2 days in a row?
Well, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
For us, it's
so
always
good.
the new residents. They always get the
Yeah.
fire department coming out. And we actually had 7 new move-ins this year.
Wow,
So,
good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, do you have? Is it singles, couples?
A little both. We actually have. I was looking at it the other day. I think we have 7 or 8 couples that live there.
Very nice.
So a lot of single ladies, few single men.
There you go, Matt.
There we go.
Single
Yeah.
lady. Yeah, you're looking for a place to stay and you want a good meal.
Yeah, our
Regency.
homes are. We have 2 bedroom, 2 bath, all the way down to 1 bedroom, 1 bath. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I think this community does a great job providing places to live for seniors
Yeah.
especially if they want to avoid the maintenance of having their own home, mowing the lawn, shoveling the driveway, all that stuff that comes with, just basic home repairs. If they're looking for an easier way of life
mhm.
physically, the Regency sounds like a great place to be.
Well, and even, a lot of people are like, well, I hire that out. Well, what if your contractor retires? Now
Mhm.
who are you calling? Kind of like always, oh, my doctor retired and I'm still here, stuff like that. So at Regency, we take all that guesswork out. If you need something repaired, you bring it to us. And then we have a list of people who can repair it if our maintenance man can't. So you don't have to be hoping they're a good business or,
Yeah.
not going to rip you
That's
off.
a beautiful facility. Yeah, and you have a nice little courtyard there
Yep.
too in the back. Very cool. You just
Yeah.
do what Matt does and just doesn't go to the doctor.
Yeah,
ever.
so-
That's how he
I
takes.
don't.
I'm
He just
100%
doesn't go.
healthy.
Yeah.
So.
Why would
He
you
just
go?
never goes.
That's silly.
Yeah,
Doctors are for sick people.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm fine, and then he sounds like he's coughing up a lung for a month and a half.
Oh my goodness.
So if they want a tour, so say it's somebody looking to move in, or it's the children of somebody who's looking to move in, they can just go to your website and click a little button there to request a tour, and I'm sure that just gets scheduled through your office.
Yep, it sure does. You can schedule a tour. You can drop in. You can come every Thursday. We have open house. Not this Thursday.
Thanksgiving, Turkey Day,
If
gobble
you
gobble.
forgot.
Yeah.
But then we can tour you on our open house from, like we do 10 to noon. A lot of times the residents will do the tours. It just makes
Yeah.
it a little more homey, and they could show you their place. And
It's always nice to see how somebody is settled in.
yeah,
You can also download an information kit if you're inquisitive. Again, that's parkvistaliving.org/Regency of Clinton.
mhm.
They are located at 839 13th Avenue North, right here in Clinton, Iowa. You want to give them a ring, 563-242-1010. April, last question I have for you.
Yeah.
What do you think makes the Regency stand out in the community as a place for seniors to live?
Well, Regency is community inside of a community, right? So we actually have three residents whose parents used to live at the Regency
Mhm.
25 years ago. So it's a place for you, it's a place for your parents, and it's a place for your kids in the future when they get older.
Yeah. So if somebody that's living there has a guest visit them,
Mhm.
is the guest allowed to remain there?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep. We don't put limits on it. Most of the time, you're able to do that yourself.
Right. Yeah.
If you did have a guest overstaying, of course, we would help you with that. But a lot of it's communication and just, we have people who stay through the end of life where family members come in and caregive for them, or they pay for someone to come in. So you can live there through end of life, or you can choose to move on to, a higher level of care. And with
Mhm.
our partnership with the Park Vista, there is a benefit to them managing us, where if you needed to move from your place with us to them, there's a little incentive for that.
Yeah. Very cool. Matt, you got any follow-ups?
No, just again, when you talk about you go on that tour, your maintenance people and your contractors can really do wonders in an apartment. I know
Mhm.
that's limited to the rooms, but I think you guys were moving potentially some kitchens around to open up and
Yep, we
do the different layouts. So I mean, you really do get to customize it to what you want to live.
Yeah, we took out a whole wall for one apartment, and then they bought an island and put it there. So we paid to take out the wall. They bought the island. It was good times.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got different tastes. I am going through the process of buying a new bathroom vanity. My daughter decided that she was going to pull out the 3 drawers and use them as a ladder to access the sink. And of course, she broke every single drawer because it wasn't an expensive vanity. We put it in. It's just that kind of,
Oh, yep,
what
particle
is
board.
that? Like MDF. Yeah, that's like the particle board. So the screws obviously all just ripped out. Then the boards broke. And the next morning, I'm like, "Did you do this?" She was like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, so there was another little person which
With the
could have been my
dog.
wife. She's only 4'11". She could have done it, but I would think she's smarter than that." But yeah, so now we got to do that as a project. Never ends when you have a house.
Unless you move into Regency.
Yeah.
And then
Yep, you
we
just
do it for you.
call
You
April.
come up with the idea, and we make it happen.
Yeah. So when I do home projects, I usually have one project that morphs into like 6 or 7, because then I am strongly encouraged to do a shiplap wall and then do this and replace the lights, and I want these sconces or whatever they're called there. So it's always a thing. But yeah, a lot of work goes into owning a single family home. So if you're at that age where you can no longer take care of it, I strongly encourage you to start investigating other opportunities, because the last thing you want to do as you get up there in age is really have to depend solely on your existing family to do all those things, because they also live in a home and have their list growing.
Right.
And you can only do it for so long until it becomes quite the chore.
Yeah,
So,
and the advantage of living at Regency is now your family can just come and visit you and not have a to-do list.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
then
I
you
love
don't
that.
feel like you're taking advantage. They're just there to sit and hang out and talk about whatever card game you played that week.
Euchre, spelled weird. Never
Yeah.
played it. Don't know what it is. 2015-16, I went through a program called Leadership Iowa, and every night those clowns would stay up and play euchre until like late at night, and I'd just be like, I just don't have the patience. I don't know why. I don't. Something about sitting there with a deck of cards and just like a hand of cards, and then I don't like it. I just never have. Yeah, I don't like board games either. I'm not a big board game guy.
You don't want to play Monopoly for 3
No, I
hours?
think I made the mistake one time of playing, what's the one really popular board game that takes forever and not Monopoly? It's in like a orange box. It's you build villages,
Yeah, like
and
Settlers of Catan or something.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wow.
played that one time. I was like, when is this over? They're like, oh, we got a ways to go.
Oh, no.
Cones of Dunshire. All right, April, thank you so much for joining us. Again, that's April McFall from the Regency here in Clinton Senior Living Facility. If you're looking for a place to move into, or you're looking for some more information, again, check them out online. The website is parkvistaliving.org/Regency of Clinton. Phone number 563-242-1010. Matt, you got a busy week coming up, huh?
Yeah, we've got
It's a short week.
the Canadian Pacific Holiday Train
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, choo
So-
choo. When's it roll in? 3
Yep, 3:15 when it rolls in. 2:45, the elves fall from the sky.
Wow.
with
Uh,
parachutes.
Parachutes.
Let's
Should clarify.
Yeah.
Santa
And
Claus.
again, this is another. How many consecutive years have you been launching skydivers out of a plane dressed as elves?
feel like it's the 6th year, if not the
That sounds
7th.
And this
fun.
was your
You
brainchild.
should try it.
This was Matt's idea.
Well, I wanted to do like a Santa Claus, like in a
Right.
helicopter, and all that. And the current tourism director at the time, Leslie, was like, "That's probably not going to happen." And so
Aw.
we found the Quad City diving team or whatever, a bunch of
Nice.
ex-military guys.
Nice.
They all probably had 1,000 jumps in their
Yeah,
career.
they're probably really stoked about dressing like an elf.
Oh, they
too.
love it.
Yeah.
They interact with all the kids. Our goal this year is to get 5,000 pounds of food.
Mhm.
All the food that's raised is given information referral. Then Canadian Pacific usually gives like a $5,500 check. And so it's either canned goods for that 5,000 pounds to match, or you can give donations and we'll convert it, cash donations. So that's Tuesday.
Yeah, if you
Nice.
haven't experienced it, the Canadian Pacific Holiday Train rolls in just outside of the Sawmill Museum on the north end. They have basically a box car that opens up on one side to a stage. And who will be performing that?
A true all-star, Smash Mouth.
Smash
Nice.
Mouth.
Mhm.
Canadians love that band, Smash Mouth, and Celine Dion, but Smash Mouth's probably a close second.
There you go.
So they'll be playing. So yeah, come check it out. That pulls in estimated 3:15. We usually just kind of watch along the lines. People post pictures on social media as it travels from. Where's it coming from? Davenport.
Yeah, because I think it's going up to Dubuque. No, it doesn't matter. My favorite thing, our new hire is German. And so she's in Germany right now, Tony, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
And so when she was like going over the thing, she was very punctual, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the German way. And she's like, the elves will fly at 2:45. It's, well, it might be 2:40
Nope.
to 2:50. Nope,
2:45. Push him out of the plane.
Train shows at 3:15. It's like, well, it could get delays. It's like, nope, 3:15. It's like
Matt wants to be tandem.
Tandem.
driver, but
Every
they-
year
they
I
won't
ask.
do it.
It'd be fun.
They won't do it.
they say
Wow.
insurance. Actually, we don't take out insurance
Oh.
because the joke is, right, if something goes wrong, you
It
can't.
just always like
they're
reminds
dead.
me of like
Oh.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
all
the
the
turkeys,
God.
they
turkeys.
realize the turkeys could fly. Good classic comedy, folks.
Right.
Okay, well, again, I'm Andy Sokolovich. You've listened to another episode of the Grow Clinton podcast. We're rapidly approaching 200 episodes. This has been the 188th, recorded on the 24th day of November, 2025. If you're interested in being on the podcast as a guest, you just have to be a Grow Clinton member. If you're interested in membership, be sure to hit us up. You can give us a ring at 242-5702, or you can go to growclinton.com. We'd love to talk to you about investing in our organization and reveal all the benefits, the sweet, sweet benefits and resources that you get in return for your investment. We're a nonprofit. It's the only way we generate money is through investment dollars, and allows us to do our scope of work that focuses on community development, economic development, and tourism. So for those investors that are out there listening, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your continued investment in this amazing organization. My name's Andy Sokolovich. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. Until I talk to you guys soon, stay classy. See ya. Thank you for listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on all your socials. Until next time, see ya.